that you had envisioned for yourself. But the time is going to pass regardless. Why not make the best of your situation? I talked about this a little the other day, and this is not subject tonight, but you know, it's so easy. It's so easy for any of us to just sit back and feel sorry for yourself, especially with all the crazy, stressful, shit going on in the world today. But where's that going to get you? I mean, truly, where's that going to get you? What's the point of all that worry? That doesn't mean you shouldn't be concerned. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be aware of what's going on. But don't immerse yourself in all this negative crap. You can't. You can't. You'll go insane. And I'm going to stop right there before I go on a big political thing. So let's talk about tequila. I love tequila. I really do. It's funny, when I was young, I did not like tequila. I thought it was disgusting. Well, I found out when I got older that Cuervo is not very good tequila. It's really good marketing. In fact, I remember the first time, I don't remember the moment, but I remember the first time I heard someone talk about sipping tequila. It's like, no, that's impossible. There ain't no such thing. But you know what? There is. I have a beautiful bottle. I should have brought it in here, damn it, because I know I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not even going to try. But I have a beautiful bottle of tequila right now. I love it. Now, I'm not a connoisseur. And it's funny because people will ask me, well, you like tequila? Give me a recommendation. Then I'll tell them what I like. Like, well, I don't like that. Well, you asked what I like. This is what I like. But it is a really nice bottle. It's super smooth, a little bit sweet. I like it. And it doesn't burn. It's got a great finish. Anyway, let's talk about some of the health benefits of tequila. You know, several years ago, I was in my doctor's office and we were discussing autoimmune paleo eating. And I was telling her, you know, the hardest thing for me is I'd like to have a glass of wine or a cocktail at the end of the day to unwind. And so we got into it's inflammatory, it's full of sugar, it's all that stuff you don't need. So I went in one day and I was like, what about tequila? And she says, are you kidding? I said, no, what about tequila? And she starts, and I said, well, hold on, let me make my case. And I presented all these points to her, and she was actually just stunned for a second, and she stood there staring at me for a minute or two, and then she started to laugh, and she said, you know what? You're right. If you're going to drink, tequila is probably your best option. She still didn't encourage it because it's still alcohol, it's still inflammatory. But tequila has some incredible health benefits. This information, by the way, is from the independent.co.uk and healthline.com. Number 1, tequila is good for your bone health. A Mexican researcher found compounds in the agave plant, which is used to make tequila, that helps the body absorb both calcium and magnesium, which of course are essential for bone health. Number 2, tequila won't ruin most nutrition plans. In fact, a couple of my really, really good girlfriends, they're super into fitness. They're very good, or they're way better than me about their nutrition. I'm just going to own that. But they don't drink a lot of mixed drinks. They'd rather have a shot of tequila than a margarita. If it's a really good margarita, I'll be honest, I'd rather have a really damn good margarita. But a shot of tequila is roughly 70 calories. A glass of wine is about 120, and beer is about 150 calories. Tequila also has the added benefit of being very low in sugar. Number 3, tequila is good for digestion. The agave plant has a lot of inulin, which helps your body grow the good, healthy gut bacteria. Some people recommend, they have opinions, but a shot before dinner to boost your metabolism and a shot after dinner to help with digestion. And in fact, I talked about this a couple years ago, and a friend of mine went out and bought a bottle of tequila, and her husband's like, are you drinking a shot before dinner? Yep. He says, what the hell? And so she's like, well, this lady on the internet, but it was really funny, but she said it really helped. So, give it a shot. No pun intended. Tequila might help with weight loss because the agavins, which are the sugars present in the agave plant, they can't be digested. So it acts kind of like a fiber in the body, and it helps you feel fuller, which means, of course, you're going to eat less. And research has also shown that tequila can help lower your blood sugar. It can be a sleep aid. It calms your nerves and is therefore thought to be beneficial to those struggling with insomnia. Of course, of course, of course, for the love of God, you got to keep it in moderation. I have a friend who has advanced liver disease, and it's really sad. I don't even know what to say. I'm pretty good at dealing with sick people because I've been one for so long, but I don't know what to say to that. That's a difficult conversation for me. I just try to be supportive and kind to, like I would be to any of my friends, but yes, please keep it in moderation. Some advice for your consumption: skip the soda or the margarita mix. Now, I know I just said I love a good margarita, and I do, but you know what? A really good margarita, yes, it's got a lot of sugar in it, but it's not one of those crappy ass nasty mixes. Sodas and margarita mix, they add literally tablespoons of sugar to your drink and unneeded calories. And what the hell is that color that most of those mixes are? It reminds me a lot of antifreeze, but like not clean antifreeze. It's not a good color. Speaking of color, silver tequila is always your best bet. Clear liqueurs help you avoid, I'm not going to say this right, congeners, which is a compound linked to hangovers. You need to be a purist. Be very choosy when it comes to tequila. 100% agave is the way to go. You don't want any artificial colorings or grain alcohols added. Also, 100% agave tequila is gluten-free if that happens to be a concern for you. Some people have allergies. I really should not consume gluten. I shouldn't. That being said, my dad makes the best gosh damn sourdough biscuits on the planet, and as long as he's willing to make them, I am going to be willing to eat them, because my daddy is 86 years old, and it's just, you know, we lost my mom holy crap, coming up on a year pretty soon. So, yeah. I'm gonna eat my dad's biscuits as long as he's willing to cook them. It was very sweet. So now I'm going off on a tangent, but people who follow me, you know that's the deal. But when I had COVID, I either go to his place or we go to breakfast every Sunday, and we have for years. Sunday breakfast in my household as a child was always a very big deal. No matter what other crazy, I got older brothers, no matter what other craziness was going on, we sat down as a family on Sundays and had breakfast. And as my brothers got older, the house would be full of teenagers and college age kids, and it was just a big deal. But I was sick. I had COVID. I couldn't go around. I certainly sure as hell couldn't go around my 86-year-old father. So he brought me homemade sourdough biscuits both Sundays, which I thought was just so sweet. But anyway, be a purist when it comes to your tequila choices. And finally, of course, don't go crazy. Excessive drinking it's never healthy. Okay, moderation is always the key when it comes to booze. Actually, moderation is kind of the key with about everything if you think about it. Even too much water is not great for you. In fact, way too much water can kill you. But alcohol is, if you have chronic illness, alcohol is still inflammatory. Tequila might be good. Tequila might be a much, much better choice, but it does still have an inflammatory effect. So anyway, that is all I have for tonight. By the way, those of you who watch this on Twitter, if you don't say anything, I have no clue that you're here. Haps does not tell me that you guys are watching, so I'm really sorry. But if you want to shout out, all you gotta do is say hi. Was there anything else? I don't know. I'm very scattered. Although I will say, I gotta tell you guys, I didn't feel great this morning, but I feel pretty dang good this afternoon. Now, knock wood. My recovery from COVID is going to be a little more challenging than most people's, but I'm feeling pretty damn good today, and I'm grateful for that. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Those of you who have health issues, I hope you have a low pain, low symptom weekend, and I